Hello guys and girls, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm giving my first impressions on The World Ends With You on the Nintendo Switch final remix thing. Too many goddamn remixes. So to start things off, if you plan on playing this with a controller or the Joy-Cons, throw that idea out the window, throw it in the garbage and light it on fire, because either you're playing with one Joy-Con and using the pointer, which is hot, smelly garbage, or you're using the touchscreen like a smart person, which is a lot better than using that goddamn Joy-Con control. I might be being too critical of it, but man, it's terrible. It is just unbelievably terrible in my opinion. The touchscreen is at least manageable and you get an idea what you're doing. Like, I don't even understand why Square thought it was a good idea to use the Joy-Con as a pointer on screen. That's not the way we want to play. We want to play like an actual game with being able to move around consistently, not this Joy-Con stuff. Now, with the abilities, I can kind of understand why they had to do this, but it makes it so much more harder. Like, if you're truly going for that remaster vibe, actually make it a remaster instead of making the game more difficult than it needs to be, you know? Make the controls like actually work with the Joy-Cons, and then give the option with the whole touchscreen stuff instead of using the Joy-Cons as a pointer. You could have just added controls for the Joy-Con, but you didn't do that. You did bare minimal work to that regard, which really annoys me. Now with the controls out of the way, the music is really good, the UI really good, the environment really good, especially because this was a DS game that looks a hell of a lot better. And the story is very interesting in the fact that like I've always been curious about this game and never was able to get my hands on it. The first experience with these characters in particularly was when I played 3D. And so when I seen the box cover art for The World Ends With You, it got me curious about the game. And me playing the story, I'm still very curious to what's going on, and it's a very interesting game. That's all I'll say in that regard. But it does start off slow, I will admit, but it's starting to pick up. I've spent about 4 or 5 hours in the game already, so it's starting to pick up a little bit. As for the OST, I know I already mentioned it, but damn, it sounds very good. And I'm shocked that it sounds this good, and I'm also shocked that Square went with this type of soundtrack, because they tend to go for that classical synthy stuff. Sympathy, I think I'm saying that. I am probably not. I'm trying to explain what type of music Square uses in their Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts games, but obviously I can't do that right, so you're getting this awkward perception of how I feel about the OSTs of Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Like, I'd expect this music more from Atlas than Square, so this is just very strange to me that this is a Square game, not an Atlas game. It's just so strange and out of place to me that this is a Square game without that type of music in it, like from Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Not saying that it's difference being bad or anything, it's just so good, but it also just reminds me of Persona music, so it's like very odd but in a good way. Also, I kind of want to hit on abilities real quick, because certain abilities have you do certain things in order for that ability to actually work, like pressing up like with your finger to actually get an ability to actually do something that's in your inventory, and it's just due to the fact that it was on the DS before, which is why the Joy-Con controls are just super weird. And if like they actually wanted to, I guess, improve the controls, they could have done that little bit of work to like make it work with the Joy-Con instead of having it be a pointer. But I digress. The abilities are interesting in the fact that you have to do something different for each ability. Maybe not every single one, but you get my point. It's not just keep tapping the enemy, you have to actually do certain things for different abilities so that they work, and it gives diversity to each ability, which is really nice, so you're not just doing the same thing over and over again, which is a really great addition and keeps you on your toes so you're not bored. So definitely make sure you read the description of the abilities so you're not lost like I was, like, why isn't this ability working? Oh, I have to press up vertically so that this ability works. So those were my first impressions of The World Ends With You final remix on the Nintendo Switch, which I think I said that title right, so yeah. Anyways, I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. How are you enjoying the game if you have it, and what are your complaints slash pros about the game? Anyways, it's been me, it's been fun, I'll see you guys in the next one, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and also, if you're here this far, please be sure to like the video. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one, peace.